Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. Off we go from Cincinnati. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Bengals. First down.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
180.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here goes that. Hey, what's up?
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And he gave one man the slip, and going to take this one forward. Pick up 3.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. What a big play there for New England. And even 30 yards.
A gain of 30.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Gun. 11 MT. 11 MT. 180.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Come on, ready? Let's get set. Dad.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jalen Hawkins there on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment.
Ready?
Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
11 MT. Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. Whoa, he gets free inside the 30. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It's a big hit for the Patriots. A gain of 66 yards. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he will score! Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
His kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 14, Bengals 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10.
11.
To throw is Burrow. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll find Gesicki over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Side. Wide 80. 11 MT. Tape. 11 MT. Side.
To throw is Burrow. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Now second down throw for Burrow. That is incomplete.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
Backs to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's in! Mike Gesicki! Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
We are all square, 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Barry, harder that time. There to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And that right there, Mike, is exactly what power run game on 3rd down is supposed to look like. The defense actually doesn't do a very bad job. They just can't wrap him up, and he's able to use that strength, shed that first tackle, and pick up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw now. May. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34. They motion the slot man left. May now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown, Patriots.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as wide receiver. You have to be able to make plays like this after the catch, and great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Pats have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On point, ready? Here we go, here we go. Stay hot. 180. Ready, set. 11.
A first down throw for Burrow. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
15 yards. That's good for a Bengals.
11. 12.
1st and 10.
Play action now. It's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it. So not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try.
A 43-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Hey, Angel.
1st and 10 at the
On 1st and 10, here's May. Moving outside the pocket. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
2nd and 10. Here's May. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. On play action, here's May. This one complete right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henderson.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New England. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Gets the point now for Borregales. It's up and good. And the Patriots have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
On one, ready? 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Let's get set. Can. 11. The hot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
11 Thomas. 11. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 13
on 1, ready?
line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Hot. Ready? Hot.
And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. Past midfield. Inside the 30.
Hey, good shit, bro. I'm throwing, though. You got this, bro. That pig got him. He got that. Green Bay and the 49ers and Chiefs. Ain't nobody beating them with them. Can't nobody fuck with them with them 3 teams right there. Unless you get the Eagles. I forget the 49ers and short distance they fall. You the one who did that shit in a baby ball or something, man. You nigga pizza ball.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Josh Blackwell to return it. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but good, and they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Williams. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. That's another quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A give right side for Swift. Still going inside the 35. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him 37 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bears.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Set up the screen. Here's a Dunte. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now here's Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense in a hurry up here.
Here we go. Ronaldo. We got Hornets.
And they're going to throw. No spike. Trying to catch him off guard. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
7-yard gain.
That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Chicago.
Williams from the gun. Throws caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, Purdy. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Watch out!
Now Purdy. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. Rolling into enemy territory. Still fighting forward. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers finish up their opening drive. Oh, he loves to do this. Kyle Shanahan telling his offense to stay out there, tap on 2 more. They'll try to run it in. And he gets in. The 2-point try puts him in front by 1. 8-7.
Niners 8, Bears 7.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man, it's Smythe. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds. 2nd down now, they need 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. 8-7 the score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. One in behind center with Swift. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up. Offense up to the line fast.
32. And this is 3rd down.
Williams to throw here. 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
They'll run it with Swift. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. There he goes, right sideline. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 2nd quarter lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears push their lead to 6.
49ers 8. Carlos Santos kicking off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41. Play action now with Purdy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening on what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Deep shot off his back foot. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And this is another incompletion.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
He puts some air under it deep down the left. Trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and a lengthy return.
It's a turnover on
Nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. On the move, past the 40. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll only get 3 here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Williams. Connecting on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for the Bears. 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
From the red zone on 1st. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. This one's caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chicago.
To the air yet again, Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears take over after returning it inside the red zone. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
To throw is Williams. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. 40. Into the red zone. And he's into the end zone for the pick 6 for San Francisco.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required an extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick six, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another two added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline and get out there to defend the two-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Bird and the man in motion right. We give here to the motion man. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. The 40. Hits the 20. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his fourth first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Santos now for the extra point. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Purdy setting up that play action. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he cuts it back right. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Now Purdy leading the offense up to go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Kevin Byard comes up with it.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board. Really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Here's Duvernay on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Williams to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. So 1st down from the 41. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Now here's Williams. The throw left side finds Burden. At the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 13-point lead. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away.
To kick off for Chicago.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. So in Reed, the give to McCaffrey. stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Offense to the line fast.
And the 49er first down.
Play action now. Purdy sends this to the end zone. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down, so back to the drawing board they go for second.
Brings up second and 10.
From the gun is Purdy. Going all the way to the end zone here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action. Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Up next, it's our main event between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Trevor Etienne to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Play action now. Young. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. This gets forward to around the 29. Tackle made by the rookie Andrew Makuba.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings them to third down.
6 yards to go.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Red, cycle. Ready. Red, black shot. Ready.
They'll throw, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're up against it here on fourth down. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here.
Yellow, 22. Ready.
Trying on this fourth down. It's Young. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Great, set.
Hurts now from the gun. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
Elliott all set for the kickoff. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the set.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 50, green. Ready?
From the pistol, it's Young. Rolling out to his left. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Ready, ready. Black, 95. Set, cut.
Young working from the gun. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Escapes the pocket. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. In on a stop, had that incredible breakout season last year, was Zach Bond.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. We'll get 22 out of that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Escapes the pocket. Looking middle, he's going to hit into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take it back to their own 30 before they're stopped. And that is where they're going to take over after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Along the right sideline, there's space. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Young. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Hand cycle. First down. Mega. Slide. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Young. Getting out to his left. And he's hauled down there for the sack on the final play of quarter number 1. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They have second down behind the sticks.
52 blaster. Hey, go 10 black. Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Third down run with Dowdle. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
Blue striker.
A loss of 2 yards.
Claw, 10.
It's fourth
Red,
down.
yellow. Red, cycle. Smash, red.
They're going for it, Young. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Sidney Brown on the coverage.
Check. Ready. Strike it. Head, smash. Hut.
Young on the play action. Pass caught at the 9-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he has this down to the 34. They get 37 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
At the 18-yard line.
Now Hurts. That throw behind his intended target. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Handoff headed right. Barkley. Trying to cut it back to the middle, but they are on and looks to be about 3 yards away from that 1st down marker. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They're lining up to go for this. They'll go. Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles bump the lead up to 13 points. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Set to return. It's Chuba Hubbard. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
38. Black shot.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Yeah, that's Tyrone McMillan he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
On 3rd down, it's Young. On the move, headed right. Making the call himself. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st down, Young. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 1-score game before halftime.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Dave Canales keeping his kicker on the sideline. He wants 2 here.
12, 10. Let's
The
go. Ready.
Panthers
He's throwing for it. And he reaches the end zone. That conversion.
for Carolina.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Shipley now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Complete to Devontae
The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best play in it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
The Eagles will set up for
Hurts looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Hubbard with a return here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
Come on, set. Black 40. 10 cycles. Set.
Young on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Striker, 3, claws red. Set, hut.
Looking to throw. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And he takes it down to the 33. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
On the double.
One last play before the break.
Double, 38. Black Ultra. Here we go, set. 45. Smash. Set.
One final shot before the half. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Reed Blankenship. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Shipley now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, they're going to throw for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Hubbard with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. And going play action. Young. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Buys time, rolling right. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the air on first down. Young. Forced out to his right. Right back to Leggett. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
52
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
Again, it's Young. Buying some time right. He takes it himself. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Dowdle can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
On the ball.
Working quickly here.
22 needle.
It's a loss of 1.
Set.
Dowdle again. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3.
Hot striker.
Dose of the hurry up here.
Striker. 3-3.
Taken down right
Double.
at the line of
Ready.
scrimmage.
Young on 3rd and goal. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. It's a Bryce Young touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Dave Canales keeping his kicker on the sideline. He wants 2 here.
Come
The
on, set.
Panthers will line up for the 2-point
From the
conversion.
pistol, it's Young. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
35. Panthers 22. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Tank Bigsby here with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Pass play coming here. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Well, what's the old saying, partner? You can't win them all. 3rd go and a 2-point conversion in this game, and that's only the first time they did not end up in the end zone.
I know we're seeing a boom in this aggressiveness in analytics, but I will tell you, Kate, there's only so many plays. I mean, I guess you're going to see more coordinators and coaches spend off seasons adding more and more and more plays, but you only get so many reps during practice, and I am curious how many more 2-point shots they've got in that script.
And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
At the 26. 2 yards on the pickup.
Blaster,
It's
stay.
2nd and 8.
Hut, hut.
Out of the gun, Young. Hits him on the out route. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
Hustle, hustle.
Working quickly here.
10 at the 44-yard line.
62 blaster. Spike 60.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Absolutely fires this one right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Ready?
It's Young. The throw here on first. Rolling left, buying some time. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
17. Ready? Set.
Here's Young again. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for Tenero McMillan that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On the ball.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Striker. 3-3. 10 cycles. Drill green. Set hut.
4th down, Young. Escapes the pocket. And this one winds up incomplete. He took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to be a new possession when we resume play.
That's 3 games in a fucking row, man, that I lost.
One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Along with my partner Greg Oates, and that's the kicker Tyler Luke, set to get this started. Off we go from Arrowhead.
Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab up to get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we've been lacking from books.
Yellow, yellow.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Rolling right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain there of 11. First down, KC.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Off the play fake. Mahomes. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Big play for KC. 38 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
We'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. A little closer. Here's second and goal. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
No gain on the play.
Third and goal. Mahomes. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time runs out in the third quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Kansas City after this.
DC, ready?
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. He steers clear of first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
5. DC, ready?
So, from the 25, it's second and 5. They'll go again here with Henry. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
180! 180! Oh, 180! 180!
From the gun, Jackson. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 20.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
They're going to go right back to Henry. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Here's Jackson, escaping to his left. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and goal, Baltimore.
Henry trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stopped him up short. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Again, it'll be Henry, and this time he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
15, yellow.
They go play action with Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll stop at just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll lead to a second down.
13.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to run it. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and Jackson's going to wind up a first down. Pistol formation with Jackson. Forced out wide. And this will be incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up second down. Off the play fake. Jackson flushed to his left. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And he will get into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Ravens.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Tyler Luke to kick off.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And now he loses the football. Look at him go. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. They'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little bit further before they head to the locker room. And he gets into the end zone. A perfect finish to this half. They get the touchdown on the final play and top it off with a 2-point conversion. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
You. Alpha, sit on.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Into the secondary at the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 9. Play action now. Jackson exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run it. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up third down.
Exit third and 2.
Hey, middle.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
He runs with it. Whoa. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself. Understand when he had enough to pick up the first down, to get down and live to play another snap.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. On play action, here's Jackson. On the run to the right. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for third and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Jackson now moving to his left. He'll try and get it, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, middle.
Throwing Jackson. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Yellow.
A first down throw for Mahomes. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
A big loss on the play brings up second down.
Hey, we're good. Hey, 43, 15. Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's going to try it here again. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington.
Madden twist. This is my 4th time quitting. I'm finna get a win right here.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. Room to run past midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get an even 20 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. The shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 21, here's 2nd and 2.
At the Falcons' 21-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
That's good.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers going up top again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Steelers.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
It's the score, Steelers 7, Falcons nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Carter on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll throw first play with Penix. Quick throw, taken in. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Plant. It's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
2nd and 6.
We are through one. It's the Steelers with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta. after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6 as we are ready to get back underway. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That one good for 29.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
To throw again, it's Penix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Penix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And he'll take it on in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
Rodgers' pass intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 35.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll look forward for a couple. Peyton Wilson, that time, in on the stop. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's Penix. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. It is 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt. But at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Second down, Rodgers. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
Rodgers' pass intercepted. The Falcons Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Forced out wide. This one caught at the 4. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. From the gun, here is Penix. Good blocking, and he's in. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half, and the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25. Rodgers on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. This is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
He tried to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That's caught right side. It's London. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game. First down for Aaron. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. We'll try and run it here with Warren. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Play action now with Rodgers. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut, where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Warren trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. One more time with Warren. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Carter on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
We're going to go play action with Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Bijan Robinson. That's a gain of 5. Brings
A
up 3rd
massive
and 1.
play here. Late, tie game. Third down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That ball intercepted. And he'll be out of bounds, but gives them some breathing room. Up to the 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
17 yards.
Here's first down.
First down, Steelers.
Rodgers now. Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. He'll be out of bounds. That's a decent pickup of 5 on first down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Warren. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, all the time out, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Look at this. They go with their tight end on 3rd down. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
A 35-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
14.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to look downfield once again. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers.